Okay, so what have I got now? I got this. um, I got a problem. I got a problem. I like knives. That's a big problem. That's not real. Okay, it's not real. With all the money I spent, I can't spend no more money. Wow, what is that? A dessert warrior. A cheesy nylon pouch. I mean, it's not bad. The pouch is very, very usable by all means. A little side strap, that'd be nice to stick you an extra flashlight or something on each side with a flashlight in the middle or whatever. So, I mean, the pouch, I think 17. I think 17 is what I paid for that. And so the pouch is a good, let's just say $5 of that. So 12 for that. So this comes with some kind of weird little tool. The other one didn't come with the tool or this tool. I think this is the proprietary. Yeah, this is the tool for taking it apart, taking those screws out. That's cool. It really is. I'm about to put that up in a place that I don't lose it in case I ever get an actual one, because you have to buy it extra for a real one. So what do I think about it? If it is anything like the dark colored um, Desert Warrior, then I'ma like it. Yeah, I like it. I likes it a lot. Yeah. You know what? I just finished a torture test on a Spyderco PM2. Uh, it's actually over 8,000 now, but I did the test or did the video at 7,777 opens. Um, you think this will make 8,000? I don't know. Uh, as far as the PM2, I think I'll probably do another video on it at 10,000. Uh, yeah, I like this. I think it's the exact same blade on the other one I got. The what was it? The um, well, it was exactly like this, except it was like black with the dessert candies on it. Exact same pocket clip because I remember that pocket clip looked like this. And it is, yeah, unfortunately, it's branded Microtech and it's logoed Microtech, but I mean, it's not. And so here's the thing, and this is the way I look at it, especially with something like this. So I can't carry this. Uh, I'd have to look. I think it might be like a drop knife that I can carry open in Louisiana. I don't think you can carry it concealed, even with a concealed carry permit. Even though you can legally carry concealed firearms now without a permit in Louisiana. So I have to look into it. So maybe you can. If you can, it might be worth getting a real one. But this is like the Spyderco PM2. That clone was so good, it made me buy a real one. And I don't feel bad about getting the real one because it's amazing. But a real Microtech, I think that would be really cool. Uh, if it's something that I could carry. I'll have to look into that and I'll find out. Because this is solid. I mean, it's solid. It's got a nice weight to it. I'm 100% sure it's pot metal, aluminum. You know, probably just cheapo, or maybe just some old cheap cast steel of some sort. Uh, but at the same time, I mean, it's got a nice solid feel to it, just like the other one did. It had the exact same end on it. I don't remember the color scheme, if what it looked like, but I do remember it was exactly like this. I mean, there was literally no difference from what you see right here, and it felt the same. And it's just got a solid hit. I mean, and let's be honest. So that's what I'm going to do with a real Microtech. I'm going to get there and I'm going to play with it. I'm gonna, flip this thing open, flip it back closed, flip it back open, flip it back closed, have it up here open in packages so I can look, cool like all the other big kids. Um, but at the same time, what am I going to get out of it? I'm not going to get the full dollar value out of one of these, especially if I can't carry it. So, uh, the clone is everything I need. I can play with it. I can, do this. I can open packages. I can sharpen it back up when it dulls after a couple of packages, or whatever the steel ends up doing. But at the same time, a real Microtech would be amazing. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't think I would get the same bang for my buck. I'd get more knife, absolutely. But in terms of what I get from it and what I pay for it, this right here, I come out. At $17, I can take this thing and fiddle fart with it. I can play with it. I can, have the cool factor of a automatic knife and or an OTF. I don't know if these are considered automatic. They should be. Um, I can have that cool factor and everything's great. Um, but I'm just, it's just I don't see the real I don't see what I would get out of the real one in return for my money. So the blade, again, it is, and I'm pretty sure the other one was the same, but the blade is very uniform. The blood groove on each side is very uniform. Let's see. No burrs up there, but there's the most smallest. I may have rubbed it off with my finger, but they're the most smallest burr that was down there. Up here. Oh no, I was imagining things. The burr's over here, but it's not. It's not. It's not bad. I think I'm pushing it from side to side. That's how fine the burr is. I probably strop it right straight off. So, uh, it feels very sharp. I mean, extremely super sharp. So I'm well pleased with that. Now I can see it looks like, and I don't know because every time I go in and back out, it's like I have splatterings of oil on it. So it was apparently well lubed. And so I don't know if that's what that is or if it's a bubble in the paint, maybe, or just a glare or whatever from the lights. I don't know. But the paint, other than that, I think that's just a glare. So the paint is in excellent shape. I mean, it looks really, really good. So what I believe is they paint all of these knives, and it's probably some kind of powder coat paint. Probably a powder coat, same as what that's on all of this. And then they take and grind the flats on each side for the contrast, and then of course sharpen it. And so this is probably the one, maybe not the best, but it is up there with some of the best uh, sharpening jobs on Chinese knives that I have gotten in a while. And I got a comment on the main channel about it was see, what was it? The Coben Cold Steel Tanto. Uh, and it was saying that they believe that the steel compared very well and close to the actual real life one. Um, and they said that they believed it was OS 8. And so I'm hearing that a lot, and I'm finding it a lot, and I'm even seeing now. It's weird when you're on AliExpress, maybe Temu too. I don't really deal with Temu anymore because they just aggravated me too much. But it's like they're trying to be honest but lie about it, or they're trying to lie but be honest about it. I don't know how you want to put it, because I've seen descriptions that say OS 8 steel marked S45VN. So they're telling you the blade is marked one thing, but the actual steel is OS 8. And I'm seeing that on a lot of listings on AliExpress, at least. And I've read things where people have talked about it and found out that certain Chinese knives are OS 8. And then a lot of the, I guess I want to call the official uh, Chinese knives, the high end uh, clones, if you will, uh, say they're OS 8. And so I think that maybe a lot of Chinese knives are actually OS 8 steel, which I don't know where that compares to, but I think it's kind of like a 420 stainless or something like that, maybe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Put it in the comments below. Let me know where I'm out in left field on that. What OS 8 is comparable to. But the steels, I think, are fine. And the grinds, I'm finding good. Um, when the $5 to $10 knives, you have a lot more defects in them and irregularities, and quality control is like non-existent. And then you have when you get into the $15 to $20 knives, and especially even higher, the quality goes up exponentially that I've seen. And so these right here being 17, I mean, they're solid. They fire very well. The other ones I have like this, I've got a live wire look-alike. I've got this one. I've got the other dark one like this right here. I've got a couple of super cheap ones that fire every time except for the one I broke. And you can hear them, the spring. I don't hear the spring in here. But on those, when you're pulling it, you can hear how like a spring, like a screen door spring is being stretched. And you can hear it in those were like two of them for $6. And those are super bad, but these are really good. They're solid. They fire good. They hit hard. They've got a real nice recoil to them. Exactly what you're looking for in something like this right here. And so I can't say enough about how cool and nice this is. I don't like the fact that they're marking it as a Microtech and branding Microtech down here. It's because it's not, and we're not stupid. We can tell, and we know it's not Microtech. Especially not at the price. If it looks too good to be true, and especially if it's priced too good to be true, you can pretty much guarantee it's not true. And so why do they bother? Is my point. Make it look exactly like this. Just take the Microtech off here, the Microtech off here, and then forget about the Microtech box. Get you a cheapo whatever box and go for it. Unless they're just burning through a bunch of leftovers and stuff, I don't know. But take the brands off of them and sell them like this. Because even I bought this knowing that it wasn't a Microtech, and I'd buy it again if it's not marked as a Microtech. And so that's kind of the point I'm getting at. You can see how the blade moves. I mean, it's got a decent bit of wobble. Up and down is not a lot. Side to side is about probably a good 1/8 to 3/16 of a inch movement from side to side, which is significant. But at the same time, again, it's the cool factor. It's a letter opener. It's a eye catcher, a conversation starter. It's a whatever you want it to be, but it's not. It's a cool knife, and if they sold it as is on its own, stand on its own, I think that it would be perfectly fine, and they would still sell a lot of them. So anyway, I may have some more stuff coming, and we will take a look at that as it comes in. And I may have some real stuff coming that we take a look at. So stick around, hang out at the channel, like and subscribe. You guys don't subscribe enough. Subscribe to the channel. Check it out. See what's coming up. See what's coming on. We got some stuff. We got some stuff in the works and some stuff happening. So anyway, with that said, I so much appreciate you guys. I enjoy spending time with you, as always, and I look forward to the next time we get to spend some time together. And I will see you next time. Your time is very important to me, and I thank you for spending it here with me. Thanks, and God bless.